Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dragon Shrine. It's Haru here. Sorry I've been away for a while now. I'm adjusting to a new work I've been doing and help to pay the bills, I guess. But I think now that I'm more or less adjusted to it, I can go back to making weekly videos. And yeah, for this video I'm going to show you guys a deck profile of my Red Dragon Archfiend. Now I haven't been updating this deck for a long while now, 8 months since the last video I believe, or maybe it's already 9 months by the time this video is released. And in between those months, Red Dragon Archfiend did receive few supports, which I do included in this deck because some of the cards are actually a good support. And without further ado, let's go to the deck profile. Just going to put it here. We'll start off with the main deck. Of course, we're going to play 3 Wandering King Whirlwind, and the new card 2 Red Familiar. This card is quite amazing. When it's at the graveyard, you can target one of your Dark Dragon Synchro monster, and just change the level. And also it has some sort of like monster reborn effect for its first effect, but the thing about this card is it's a bit slow. It requires some sort of setup before you can actually use the card. Nonetheless, it's a very good card. I'm happy it's being added to the deck. Next, I play 2 Red Sprinter, 2 Red Walk, and 2 Primitive Butterfly. While playing this deck and testing it, I can say that you can definitely change Primitive Butterfly if you choose to do so. I'm seeing less usefulness now that we have more support directly for the Red Dragon in the form of Fiend monster. So yeah, but still, it's still a useful card, so I'm still putting it at 2, but it's definitely one of the cards that I will side out when I'm siding. Now let's go to the Resonator. Of course, we're going to play 3 Red Resonator. Right now I'm playing the 3 of the Crimson Resonator. It's the new Resonator. It's level 2, which means it's very useful in the deck. However, if you want to use the effect, especially the later effect, again like the Red Familiar, this card requires some sort of setup before you can use it. Then I play 2 Synchro Resonator and 2 Chain Resonator. And that's for the main deck monster lineup. So now we're going to jump into the spell and trap. First off, we have, of course, 3 Resonator Calls. Very useful card. I kind of wish Blue Eyes have this sort of support, where you can just like add Eyes of Blue to your hand. But let's not talk about that deck for a while and focus on this deck. Next, 3 Resonator Command. Now before this, we already have a card to add Resonator. Now we have a card to add the other Fiend in order to do your combos and whatnot. So yeah, it's a very useful card. PT is only once per turn, but still very useful card. Then I play 2 Return of the Dragon Lords. Now that synchro summoning our dragon is much more easier, I feel like the need to provide some sort of protection to the deck, and also to use this card as a way to revive the level 8 in order to make more synchros. Also play 1 Monster Reborn because it's a Monster Reborn. And for the last spell card is 3 Call by the Grave. Just to make sure our synchro chain or synchro summon does not get disrupted. Okay. For the trap lineup, I'm playing 2 synchro call. I got this idea of playing this card while playing Duel Links. It's, I think, one of the better trap card for this archetype. What it does is you can target one monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but have its effect negated, and if you do, immediately after that you can synchro summon one Dark Dragon Archfiend type synchro monster. And you can use this card during your opponent turn, so it provides some sort of defense and dodging effect whenever your opponent try to do something to your synchro monster. So yeah, that's very useful. And lastly, Red Ring. Red Ring is very powerful destruction trap card. If you control a level 8 or higher synchro monster, banish all monsters on the field except the monster with the highest level. Also, the remaining face-up monsters on the field are unaffected by other card effects except their own until the end of this turn. If a card Dragon Synchro monster is synchro summoned to your field while this card is synchro, then you can add it back to your hand. Yeah. So this can be used both offensively and defensively. You can like wipe the board up before going for games, or you can use it whenever your opponent is starting to get like a good setup on their field and you want to disrupt that, so it can also be used by that way. So that's for the main deck. Now let's jump into the extra deck. Okay, I'm going for the biggest level here first. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, King Calamity. Seldom do it. It's more like an end boss monster. If you summon it, most likely you're going to win anyway. Now the main player here is the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, as well as 2 of the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. I consider this as the boss monster for this deck, the true boss monster for this deck. You first summon Hot Red Dragon Archfiend to the field to negate any of your opponent effect or whatnot, and then if you have another synchro on you have another tuner on the field, you can then jump into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, which then can tribute one monster on your field to special summon another synchro dragon, which usually means you're going to summon this guy back, and providing you with 2 big boss monster and with some protections. Now, in order to go to this boss monster, you need to special summon smaller monsters. So I'm playing Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, and Red Dragon Archfiend. I put all 3 of the Red Dragon Archfiend because I feel like each have their own usefulness. Of course, Scarlet is the superior one, but sometimes Hot Red Dragon Archfiend and even Red Dragon Archfiend, the original one, have some its uses. So yeah. Then I special summon. I have 1 Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, just in case you get that awkward hands and you want to summon level 7 instead. Also have Red Rising Dragon here to facilitate with our synchro summon. For the level 5, we have Armadis and Samsara Dragon of Rebirth. Now, honestly, these 2 cards are seeing less and less play nowadays, so if you want to side or change, these are the 2 targets that you can do so. Now, with so many synchros in the deck, I only have 2 more rooms for extra deck, so I'm using it to for Link monster. First one is Cross Ships, and the other one is the Blackluster Soldiers. So yeah guys, that's it for my deck profile. If you have a recommendation or your own thoughts on the deck, do leave a comment down below. It really could help me in the future when I'm revisiting the deck. So yeah, this has been quite a fun deck profile, and if you like this video, do leave a like and subscribe for more content in the future. There's plenty more way for you to support this channel. All of this details are in the description below. and I see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.